Coming to the other aspects of Maharshi Agastya, in Indian tradition, in Indian knowledge tradition in particular, and Indian Sampradaya, Indian tradition in general, most of the profound things, philosophical things, they are not told as philosophy. They are told in the form of stories. Because as many historians and Indic scholars have recognized, India is a land of storytellers. Many stories are available in Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, and later Kavya literature and other historical accounts. So one such story which is available in Mahabharata and other parts of the ancient literature is the story of how Agastya killed Vatapi and Ilvala. The story of killing of Ilvala and Vatapi, which is mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana, has been elaborately explained by Vyasa Maharshi in Mahabharata. That means there is a continuity between Ramayana and Mahabharata in terms of Agastya and Vatapi story. While the story runs like this, while the sage Agastya was doing his severe tapasya, Lopamudra attained puberty and she had the menstruation. Longing for a child, she went and stood beside Agastya. She expressed her wish to lead a family life. That is very natural for any woman who is married. Her demands did not stop there. During the process, Agastya could wear flower garlands and ornaments, and she must be provided with divine ornaments and also some amount of wealth. And he was surprised because he is a Rishi. He is not having such kind of material wealth. His wealth is only spiritual knowledge. Maybe knowledge in medicine, knowledge in archery, knowledge in astra, shastras, knowledge in other kinds of branches. But he was not having wealth. And he told, I am a hermit. I am there in a hermit. How can I search for so much of money? Then first Agastya, according to the story, goes to Shrutarva, who produced accounts of his income. The king was a poor king. He will show his accounts of expenditure and income, and he convinced Agastya that he was having no balance at all. That means after expenditure, the balance sheet was zero. Agastya, accompanied by Shrutvara, that means sage Agastya and this king, they will go to another king. His name is Bhradanashva. He also produced the accounts and refused to help Agastya. That shows how the wealth has been drained out. Let us see who drained out the wealth of these kings. Then they followed and all the three people, two kings and Maharshi Agastya, they went to Trasadasyo, balance in his kingdom, and he also showed the accounts to Agastya. Finally, Agastya, accompanied by the three kings, he will go to the house of Ilvala. And this Asura, Ilvala, he was living in a place or a city called Manimatta Pattana, and he was the younger brother of Vatapi. Once what happened, there is a story of Ilvala. Once Ilvala approached a hermit Brahmana and requested that his wish for a son having the power and status of Indra. That means he had the Indra Dvesha, the malice for Indra. Who? This Asura Ilvala. That should be granted. The Brahmana refused to grant such a boon. Since then, Ilvala and Vatapi, these two brothers, started killing the Brahmins, because these two demons, they considered Brahmins as their enemies. Whoever Brahmins comes to their place, so they will eat them or they will kill them. The elder brother used to convert the younger one, Vatapi, into a goat, and wherever a Brahmana visited their house, he would kill the goat and prepare the mutton dishes and set them before his guest. When he had finished eating, Ilvala would call out, Vatapi, come out. Breaking the stomach of the guest, that is the Brahmin, Vatapi would come out of it. So in this way, they were killing the Brahmins. Ilvala has killed a good number of Brahmins. It was at this time that Agastya and these three kings came to beg money from Ilvala. That means Agastya was so brave. He is going to a demon, Asura, who is known to kill the knowledgeable people, and he is going and demanding the money, wealth for his wife. Ilvala welcomed the guests with hospitality and as usual killed the goat, prepared the food with it and served the food to Agastya. When Agastya had finished the eating, Ilvala called Vatapi loudly, but Agastya slowly said, Vatapi jirno bhava. Let Vatapi be digested. And immediately Vatapi was digested, means such is the power of the Brahmarshi Agastya. So here, and the abstricken Asura Ilvala gave each Brahmins 10,000 cows and as much as gold to Agastya. He doubled the quantity of his dana. Over and above, he presented Agastya with a chariot hitched with two fine horses called Vijayavani and Shuravan. Agastya returned to his hermitage and adorned himself as Lopamudra as demanded. This story of killing of Ilvala comes in Mahabharata Vanaparva. This story shows that whenever the kingdom or different kingdoms are in trouble, they are under political turmoil, social instability, then rishis will appear. Rishis will appear to make a balance in the political life of the country and in the social and also in the economic life of the country. That means we can understand in the modern world the financial advisors, the political advisors are given so much of importance, whereas there are no social advisors to any of the ministers or any of the governments. But in this story, as explained in Mahabharata, Maharshi Agastya was doing the work of a financial advisor, work of a social advisor, of a defense advisor, and different other duties he has done. He was doing for the betterment of the mankind. The story of killing of Ilvala is very famous. This is an instance in the Indian traditional history that how when the mankind is in danger, rishis will emerge. Rishis will enter into the pages of that contemporary history and they will turn the history from a very turmoil, from a very chaotic situation into a normal and into a very peaceful situation. So they were the champions of knowledge and also peace in the society, both jnana and shanti in the society. That is the very signal, very important contribution of the rishis to the Bharatiya society and to the Bharatiya knowledge tradition. This story is related to how Agastya encountered the Vindhya mountain. Once there was a conflict between the mountains. Why there was a conflict? Because you should not take it in the current historical situation, that in which year it happened, what is the evidence for it from the outside sources. That kind of evidences are not available in the Vedas, because we consider Veda itself has the evidence for other kinds of knowledge. Vedokilo dharmamulam. Vedas are telling the eternal symbols, using the eternal symbols, they are telling the stories which are useful for the generations to come. Always there will be conflict between people who are having some metal, who are having some capacity. So jealousy, competition, we say irsha, spardha. So here with the Meru mountain, which we consider either as Himalaya or another spiritual mountain, Meru was revered by all the rishis and even by the gods. This made the Vindhya mountain jealous. Vindhya wanted to grow higher and taller than the Meru mountain. Why? What is the reason? Because according to the story, symbolic story, even the sun used to revolve around the Meru mountain. So Vindhya Parvata, Vindhya mountain wanted that prestige, that respect should be given to him. Therefore, why should the sun go round the Mount Meru? Why should he not go around me? So thought Vindhya, he was angry at the sun and jealous of Meru. Then he thought that let the sun, Surya, let him revolve round me. And he talked to the sun and he told, please revolve around me. Without even looking at the Vindhya, the sun said, impossible. Vindhya was very much upset by sun's attitude. So then Vindhya mountain told, look, now wait, I will break your ego, I will break your pride. Saying that, Vindhya started to grow. That means you can imagine when the sunlight is coming from one part of the world, maybe towards the other part of the world, Vindhya started growing like a compound or like a wall. So therefore, he stood as an obstacle in the path of the sun. What is the meaning of sun? One, sun is the physical sun, which is the star according to science. Another meaning, as we have seen in the Gayatri mantra given by Vishwamitra Maharshi, sun also symbolizes the Savitru Shakti, the spiritual energy. That means Vindhya mountain is trying to stop the spiritual flow, the flow of spiritual energy in the world. Because spiritual energy or Adhyatmic Shakti is the cosmic energy from which all other kinds of energies are emanating. He is trying to stop the Surya Rashmi, the rays of the sun. One we can take it as a physical sun, another as the spiritual sun which is present in the universe, in the cosmos. So he stood as an obstacle to the path of the sun. This is not the right behavior. Sun warned Vindhya, but Vindhya was not in a mood to listen to it. So his ahankara, ego, was boundless, matchless. Because of the sun's movement stopped, the world was plunged into darkness. So what one could do, all the gods, to dispel the darkness created by the Vindhya, they went to Brahma and they requested Brahma, they pleaded to Brahma. Then Brahma says, only Agastya Maharshi can help you. That means when the world is in danger, gods may not come to help the human beings, they will act through, or they will give some directions to the rishis. So that's what happened in Bharatiya Itihasa, and all the gods, they went to Agastya and prayed to him to save the world. Agastya said, don't be troubled, I will take care of Vindhya. And giving this promise, he went towards the Vindhya. Vindhya was well aware about the prasiddhi, about the fame of Maharshi Agastya, and also it knew the powers, the spiritual powers, and also the warfare techniques, powers of Maharshi Agastya. Therefore, it thought, I should cleverly solve this problem. When the Rishi came walking very fast, one should imagine, one should know that according to our literature, Agastya was a dwarf figure. He was not a very tall figure, he was a dwarf figure. When he was walking very fast, and Vindhya, in a very diplomatic way, it welcomed the sage with all humbleness, humility, with all vinaya, and it requested him to accept his oblations. Vindhya also bowed his head to the sage and asked for blessings. When Vindhya mountain bowed his head before Agastya, Agastya felt a touch of pity, but the well-being of the world is more important. He said, look Vindhya, I have some urgent work in south. I am going to South India or southern part of the world. I will be your guest on my way back. You please wait. I will come back. Till that you be in this position only. So saying, without even waiting for a second for an answer, Agastya moved towards south. Mount Vindhya now realized the trick, the intelligence of Maharshi Agastya. See, some of the things you need not have to shout, or you need not have to make hues and cries. With your simple intelligence, you can solve the problem. In this way, Agastya solved the problem, created Vindhya, that is, it has created darkness in the world that was dispelled. And again the sun rays, the rays of the sun, Surya Rashmi, started to flow across the world. So Rishis, they will never bring darkness to the world. At every point of history, they bring only light, knowledge, and Paramashanti, supreme peace to the world. That's what exactly Maharshi Agastya did. So Agastya went to the south and had to do a lot of things. He came to Karnataka, he came to Tamil Nadu. To connect that point, Agastya is the champion of Tamil grammar. So grammar books are there in his name. He is the founder of Tamil grammar according to the tradition available in Tamil Nadu. And also there is a medicine called Siddha medicine. That Siddha medicine is given to the world by 18 Siddhas. There are 18 Siddhas. As there are 18 Bodhisattvas in the Buddhist tradition, there are 18 Siddhas. In them, Agastya is one. And also in the field of astrology, there is something called Agastya Nadi. That means, and also Bhrugu Nadi is there. If you want to know what will happen to you in future or who were you in your previous lives, everything is very much coded in a book called Nadi Shastra, Nadi science, science of Nadi. That he is the originator of that astrology, very special kind of astrology which is available in India. So therefore, lot of contributions Agastya has done. As I have told in the lecture series, whether this is one Agastya Maharshi or the same Agastya Maharshi's capacity has been transferred to his family, his lineage, through his disciples, through his family members to the next Manvantara or to the next Yuga, because he comes in the Satyuga, he comes in the Treta Yuga during the time of Sri Ramachandra of Ramayana also.